magical star beings, this is Psychic Siren Tarot and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and why did they fall in love with you. So take a look at all the three piles we have today with the person on your mind and see which one you're most drawn to. Please be aware this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest. So now let me show you your crystals. So for pile 1, we have rose quartz. And we have the Hathors. For pile number 2, we have this Opalite Pendulum. And we have Empathetic Starseed. And for pile number 3, we have Black Tourmaline. And we have the Void. So take a look at all the piles. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the Hathors with deep love, mother's milk and birth as a portal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and why did they fall in love with you. So please be aware this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's go ahead and add all your cards. We're going to be using the Starseed Oracle deck as well as the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So Spirit is also actually guiding me to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck as well. Okay, so Spirit Guides on my pile number ones. May we please take a look at the person on their mind and why did they fall in love with my pile number ones? Why did they fall in love with my pile number ones? Okay, so we have cracked open with rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. We have wait with it's not yet time, things are being woven. At the back of the deck, we have Star Family with you're part of a team of souls, call in support. So I'm kind of getting like a weird sensation, like my ear inside is like a little bit itchy as I connect to the reading. It's 1444 on the clock. What I take from that is there's also something to do with the communication you have, like maybe certain things you said to this person during the beginning, like when you first met, maybe told this person like things are going to work out with you. I don't think it's maybe the full reason they fell in love with you, but part of it is your communication together and how you've always been able to communicate and understand each other. I feel like since we have the Star Family card at the back of the deck, this person may see you as a soulmate to them. They may feel like you just get them in some way. So, Spirit Guides on my pile number ones. Why did they fall in love with pile 1? We have easy does it with there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So we see a huge synchronicity here with the energies of timing. And we also have bold with unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. At the back of the deck, we have receptivity with allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So now let's take a look at your tarot cards. So Spirit Guides of my pile number ones. Why did they fall in love with my pile number ones? We have the Strength card. I feel like your pile is very cute. When I describe like how this person has felt, 10 of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups. Aw, I love that. I already see where this reading is going. Let's just lay out all your cards. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Swords. For some reason, I felt like saying, let me tell you the tea on your relationship. I don't say things like that, so I don't know, like, what that is. Like, maybe one of your guides are like that. Like, let me tell you the tea on this. I don't know. At the back of the deck, we have the Sun. Or maybe you have a personality like that for some of you. So I feel like for your pile, my pile number ones, there is like a story to how they fell in love with you. And I feel like for you, it was not just one big thing of like, I'm falling in love. I feel like for you, it happened through the telling of a story. I'm kind of getting the vibe like, are some of you parents, or do some of you like, has this person ever expressed to you that maybe they see you as a person they want to have children with one day? Because I mean, we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. And I'm kind of getting the vibe of like this person sitting down and your kids are there, for example, and they're telling the whole story of like how I fell in love with this person, and now Spirit is showing me how I met your mother and how they tell that whole story. You get what I mean? So I feel like if I really had to get into this, there would be like a whole storyline into how they fell in love with you. And I feel like it didn't happen just instantly. It happened over time and naturally. And I feel like with you, this person felt like things just flowed. They felt very safe in your presence when they first met you. And they felt as if I'm hearing that song, Justin Bieber, One Less Lonely. I'm not sure what it is called, but One Less Lonely, something like that. I feel like this person, for some of you, had dealt with a lot of betrayals in the past before they had met you, or they had dealt with a lot of untrustworthy people or people they felt like they couldn't necessarily commit to or have any long-term relationship with. And with cracked open rock bottom surrendered to the alchemy of life, I feel like before this person had met you, they were probably at a very low place in their life emotionally. It feels like a rock bottom moment. And it feels like you sort of came into their life to the rescue. But I don't feel like it's in a codependent way, because I feel like I'm also hearing that song by Kali Uchis where she's like, it's called After the Storm, but she says, nobody's gonna save you now, so you gotta save yourself, something along those lines. So I feel like in some way, shape, or form, this person did go through a little bit of their own healing journey on their own, but I feel like you came into their life at some point while they were in this low energy with the Ten of Swords, and it's kind of like you picked them back up or you helped them up. Like I'm seeing someone that's down on the ground and you holding your hands up and helping them get back up, and giving them the strength and support to move forward with the things you said and with your naturally nurturing presence, with your deep love. I feel like you have a very supportive energy towards this person, and this person feels like you're their rock, you strengthen them. They feel like ever since they met you, they're becoming more of themselves than they were before they met you. I mean, this strength card is in the shape of a key and it's in the center of your reading, and we see an infinity symbol above this. So I feel how this person felt when they fell in love with you is that they want to be with you forever, because infinity never ends. And if some of you don't relate to that, this may not be your pile. But if you don't relate to the things I say, then this may not be your pile, because I feel this specific energy and like you were a key to something new in their life. You opened up something new. The type of love they received from you as time went by felt like the type of love they've never felt before. And I feel like for some of you, this person had been waiting for love for a really long time, or waiting for a person like you for a really long time. With the Nine of Cups, this talks about wish fulfillment. You are this person's dream girl, dream boy, their wish come true, their dream person, you know? And I feel like this person with the Three of Pentacles in the map here maybe had a list of things in their mind of, you know, what they would want in a partner, like loyalty, trust, love, and all those beautiful things. And I feel like you meet all those requirements of what they wanted, and it's like shock, like, I thought maybe my standards were too high because each time I was meeting people, they weren't meeting up to my standards, but here you are exceeding my standards, is what I hear. So for those of you like where this person wasn't single for a long time, it doesn't matter. You know, they could have been meeting people, but still not feel like it still doesn't feel like this is the one, you know? I feel like they were on the search for the one and they had found that through you. And it's not like one specific thing, but I feel like it was, like I said, a storyline of things that showed this person that you're the one they want to hold on to. I'm hearing a song by Sade. It's called By Your Side, and it says here, you think I'd leave your side, baby. You know me better than that. You think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees. I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you you're right when you want, and only if you could see into me. Oh, when you're cold, I'd be there, hold you tight to me. And when if you want to cry, I am here to dry your eyes, and in no time you'll be fine. And I feel like that's how you are with each other. Like you're always um strengthening each other in some way. I feel like this person feels you have a very nurturing energy, and through the time of getting to know you, I feel like they were quite independent before they had met you, but when they had met you, it felt like a lot of the things they thought flew out the window. So, for example, this doesn't have to be, you know, resonating for everyone, but this is just an example of the energy. Let's say this person had never wanted, for example, kids before they met you. And now that they started to fall in love with you, now they're starting to question that and be like, oh, maybe I never wanted kids because of the people I was meeting. And now that I'm experiencing this love with this person, I'm actually opening up to that idea. I see, for example, an energy like that, and I've experienced that, which is why I'm using that as an example. But it could be anything. It could be like maybe this person felt like um, that maybe they didn't want to get married, and now they're rethinking that and thinking, oh, marriage actually looks like a good idea. Like, it's that type of energy. And I feel like I'm really drawn to the rainbow here in this card. This person sees you as the rainbow after the storm, which is interesting because I mentioned After the Storm, that song by Kali Uchis. I feel like you have unleashed their adventurous side. You've showed them a new colorful perspective to life that they've never seen before. I'm seeing someone clairvoyantly walk and there's a dark cloud over their head and rain and it's all sad and gray. But then they meet you and then it's like there's rainbows everywhere, there's color everywhere. Everything feels bright again. This is how this person felt around you. This person also feels like you have a pure soul. The reason I say so is because we see angel wings on her forehead, and here she's wearing a white dress, and white usually represents purity and this kind of like innocence. And here we see a dove, which is a representation of the divine. You are divine to this person. Here we also see rainbows. I feel like with you, this person felt they could take things slow and really get to know you and really be curious about you, learn about you, really learn who you are. It's like when this person met you, I feel like they felt they wanted to create a plan to get to know you slowly and to show effort and put an effort to make it happen where it's like we're not hurrying or forcing things, but we're getting to know each other, we're taking things slow, we're we're really building a stable foundation here, and I feel like you make this person really happy with the sun card at the back of the deck. I feel like you make this person smile when they're like feeling low. You make this person laugh when they're feeling low. Um, when you're crying and then someone makes you laugh, like I'm feeling that energy, even if this person hasn't cried, but I'm feeling that energy like whenever they're in a low mood, somehow you always brighten up their day with you just being you. Um, and all these reasons are why this person fell in love with you. Um, I feel like I said, you meet everything this person has wanted in a long-term partnership. I feel this energy of long-term partnership with your pile, and this person seeing a future with you, seeing something they can create with you, with birth as a portal, birthing a new reality of love, deep love with you. And I definitely feel this is a past life connection where you two have learned a lot of wisdom through each other. And it's like Spirit is letting me know oftentimes when you're incarnating, if you believe in past lives, whenever you incarnate with this person, you don't meet them until you've learned enough wisdom to be able to receive this love. And I feel like you've really been giving this person a chance to receive that love they thought they could never find, but they found through you. So I feel like with you, maybe it was a risk to fall in love because maybe this person had a little bit of trust issues, but they're so glad they took that leap of faith with you because it has led to something even more beautiful than they thought it would. Like I see a divine plan here with the 3 of Pentacles, like you two were meant to meet each other in this lifetime and show each other the love you're experiencing now. So this is what I see in your reading, my pile. Number ones, I really hope this reading resonates for you. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this Opalite Pendulum and the Empathetic Starseed card with energetic sovereignty and absorbing what's not yours, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and why did they fall in love with you. So as I tap into the energies of your reading, I'm hearing the song I Gotta Go My Own Way by that played on High School Musical. I'm not sure why. We'll see when we get into your cards. And I also heard outside, like, as soon as I started your pile, someone like fixing something in their house where it's like, I don't know what they're doing. They're probably taking a hammer and doing like something. I'm not sure how to explain that sound, but I'm sure you know what I mean. So we're going to be using the Starseed Oracle deck, the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So let's just see what cards show up, and then I'll analyze all the messages here. So Spirit Guides of my pile number twos. Straight away, I feel this is a very spiritual connection. So Spirit Guides of my pile number twos. The person on their mind, why did they fall in love with pile 2? We have the blue flame with spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. And we have weight of the world with boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. At the back of the deck, we have loosen your grip with coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. And I noticed that I feel like you make this person feel less alone. That's one thing I'm seeing. But I also noticed that the I Remember card wanted to come out. I can't find it now, but I feel like when this person met you, they felt like they'd known you before. And that's why I said something about a spiritual connection here. Like, you've known each other before. Your souls have met before, maybe not in this lifetime. But that's what I feel. 222 on the timer, confirmation. So since we saw 222 as confirmation, oh yeah, I was gonna get the other deck. Is this person forgetful or am I just forgetful now in this reading? But since we saw 222 on the clock, um, Athena, with inner wisdom, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. I feel like you had met this person at the right time, and I feel the energies of divine timing here, where in this pile, I don't think you would have met this person if both of you weren't ready. And if you did meet this person when both of you weren't ready, it was to awaken each other, then maybe some sort of separation happened until you were both ready. I heard the word attic for you, and when I think of attics, attic, not attic, sorry. I said it in such a way when I said it like that. But when I think of attics, it's like the bottom of the house. No, it's the top of the house, not a basement. Most people like put their old things there and like put boxes and use it as like a storage place. And a lot of people, well, I see movies and then the attic is kind of like scary because it's like, it's spooky. So I feel like maybe this person had to go through a little bit of a dark night of the soul, go through and find a little bit of their shadow and a little bit of the things they were holding on to, in terms of their emotions, like baggage, before they could be with you. Either before they could meet you or before they could be with you, depending on who this is for. And maybe that's why I heard the song I Gotta Go My Own Way. Maybe for some of you, it was when you incarnated, like this person's soul felt as if there was another soul out there for them but couldn't meet you yet. Or it's like an actual separation you went through before you come back or have come back together. So we have peace. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. And that's for those that are currently in separation. Um, for some of you, I don't want to just say this as a general reading, but there is an element of mirroring here, a mirroring quality, and I said this is a spiritual connection. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say it because this is a general reading and there's so many of you watching, and I don't want to mislead you. So at the back of the deck, we have start delegating with ask others, including me, your spirit guides, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. Or maybe that's you towards this person. Okay, so why did this person, the person on their mind, fall in love with pile 2? We have the Justice card. And it fell on Empathetic Starseed, so interesting. We have Queen of Wands. Ah, I love the Queen of Wands energy. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. And look at the 2 flames here. So yeah, I'm not making this up. For some of you that know what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't, oh well. 2 of Swords. We have the World at the back of the deck, and the Artist card wanted to pop out as well. By the way, some of you may relate to pile number 1. If you were drawn to pile number 1, that's confirmation. Or if you are from pile number 1, hello again. The reason I say so is because there's a baby here and a cat, and that came out in pile 1. So I feel with this pile, this is a very spiritual, intuitive connection. I mean, I was drawn to the pendulum for you and I had no idea why. And the pendulum is something we swing to ask answers. You know, like yes or no, you know, we connect to spirit through the pendulum. So I feel like this, like I said, it's a very spiritual connection, and this is something this person had felt instantly as soon as they had met you. They felt like they have known you before. And when I talk about why they fell in love with you, I feel like it doesn't even do justice to the whole story here, because Spirit is kind of showing it to me like in the movie Everything Everywhere at Once, if you know that movie. But it's a kind of, well, when I watched it, it was kind of triggering for me, because it had shown me a lot of my own childhood things. But anyways, um, Yeah, the movie also has a lot of like gory things, okay? So I'll just give that warning if you want to go watch it. But anyways, in the movie it kind of is it's like a very trippy and mind-blowing movie because it shows like alternate dimensions and past lives and things like that. And I feel like what Spirit is showing me is like different lifetimes you've been together and all the reasons why they fell in love with you in those different lifetimes. And it's like, even if I had to explain just this lifetime, it doesn't cut it because it's like from a soul perspective, from a higher intuitive perspective, from what your guides are showing me, they're showing me like different bubbles, and in each different bubble is like different dimensions, different timelines, different past lives where you fell in love, and there have been many different reasons why. And it's kind of like if this person had to be a soul that remembered all their past lives, which is kind of like impossible to just do that because as souls we come into this earth and then we forget until we start remembering again. But it's like a lot of the memories are lost, but our soul still knows it. Our soul still has that inner knowing and that feeling of like this feeling, I feel it again. I feel like this person has experienced a lot of deja vu elements with you, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like this person knew they fell in love with you the moment they had met you, and it's not like, oh, love at first sight, 15:50 on the clock. It's not like, oh, love at first sight. I said 15:50, not 50:50, by the way. I think it sounded like 15:50. In this reading, why does it sound like I say another word? Anyways, um, I feel like this person fell in love with you as soon as they met you, but it wasn't just like love at first sight. Yes, there was a lot of attraction here since you're showing up as the Queen of Wands. This person found you to be very physically attractive to them. I'm hearing My Type by Sweetie, if I'm not mistaken. But I feel like you were exactly this person's type, but I feel like it's more so a spiritual knowing that they had felt because of all the lifetimes they had loved you before. So there was this mirroring element here when they had met you of like, they felt like you were them in another body, if that makes sense. And they felt like you were the other half. And they felt like you just get them and you just understand them in a way no one else has ever done before. It's like you see through them and you just get them. Things have just clicked. Things have just fell into place. I'm hearing another song by Nalu, 11:22 on the timer. Lots of synchronicities in your reading. I can't remember the song name, but she says something like, we just click, something like that. Let me just find the song name quickly. Oh yeah, the line is, we just click, I don't question if it's legit. Give me chills even when it's hot as if in this B. And she basically says in the song, like the chorus is, ain't nothing matters if we got love. And she talks about how sometimes you like intertwine and feel like you're merging with that person and like nothing matters because you have that love. So the song's called Bedtime Confessions. There's also a lot of passionate energy in this connection, if you know what I mean. But that's not the reason they fell in love with you. I feel like that's just a cherry on top. Like I'm seeing a delicious milkshake, and that's the cherry on top of why they fell in love with you. But I feel like they felt like it just felt like yes. Yes, like an inner knowing, an inner truth. And we see two owls here, which also represents intuition. And here we see the Ace of Swords moved. So I feel like in some way, because it felt so real instantaneously, maybe their mind tried to tell them things like, am I being delusional? Am I going crazy? Am I just like falling in love with this person at first sight, but then their intuition is telling them no, like this feels real. So I feel like this was kind of like they tried to not question it, but it was kind of like a mental barrier. But with the Two of Swords, I feel like it was not really something that made you've made them fall in love with you. I feel like it's everything about you and all those energies, all that spiritual love. But I feel like it was not just things you showed them, it was a choice to love you or a choice to love you in the future, if you're not out of separation yet. So if you're still in separation, there's a reminder here. There's no need to worry, as everything will fall into place in the right timing. Okay. But if you are together right now with the Two of Swords, I see it as it was a choice to love you, regardless of like what you've shown this person. But in terms of what you've shown this person and why they fell in love with you, with the Justice card, I feel like you show up as a very truthful, honest, and empathetic person. And you're so empathetic and nurturing towards this person. You just get this person. You make this person feel seen in a way they have never felt before. You know just the right things to say to them because you're so empathetic and so intuitively connected to them. You just know the right things to say, even if they don't tell you what's on their mind. So it's like, let's say this person had a really bad day today and they don't tell you that because they don't want to weigh you down with something that's not yours to carry. And then it's like they keep it to themselves, but then you say something to them that makes them mind blown because it's like, whoa, like, how did you know I was feeling this way? And maybe you didn't know, but it's like you just say the right things to them that make them feel. Spirit is showing me, what is that movie with the ET where they're like touching hands like this? I don't know what it's called, but Spirit is showing me that it feels very like alien-like and like spacey and telepathic. Like I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I see here. With the Justice card, I feel like your conversations are so deep since we see two owls. It's so intuitive. I feel like you two can even just sit together and know what the other person is feeling without even saying any words. It's like this spiritual knowing and spiritual truth. I feel like the reason they fell in love with you is because you bring balance to them when they have felt unbalanced. You bring strength to them and you take them out of the emotions they're drowning in. You help them feel less lonely. You're an extremely truthful, honest, a person with a lot of integrity, a person that's really trustworthy, a person this person feels they can blindly trust because of your character and because of who you are. I feel like you've awakened this person to something spiritual, to a spiritual kind of love, you know? I feel like you treat this person like they're a king or a queen or royalty. You make them feel good inside. You make them feel peace. You make them feel like they can leave all worries behind. You two also feel like you two can just connect on a mental level, on a conversational level, in a way they feel like you just get them. That's something I keep seeing here. There's also something, I don't think this is why they fell in love, but I think this was sexy to them. There's something about you that comes off as very confident and very like, I'm seeing like playing hard to get or like you being someone really independent when they first met you, where it's like they felt maybe like the need to chase you. And maybe some of you had like a sassiness to you in the beginning. Or a very bold energy, which made them like very attracted to you, but I don't think it's the reason they fell in love with you. You make them feel really lucky to have a person like you in their life, and you make the world feel less like they're drowning and more like they're swimming and floating, if that makes sense. It feels like with you, things feel like they fall into place. It feels like there's no need to worry. It feels like I can put my baggage down for a minute and not worry about the past or the future or my pain. Like I can let it go. I can put it down. I can focus on the joy in this moment, you know? So I feel like for those of you, this is a message for those of you that are currently in separation. I feel like if you met before it was the right time to date, You met them to awaken them, to help them get rid of their own emotional baggage, for them to integrate their lessons, release certain cycles, and then if you were meant to reconcile or come back into union, then it will happen. So this is your reading, my pile number 2s. I really hope this reading resonates. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this black tourmaline crystal and the void with stop, embrace winter and great cosmic womb, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why did they fall in love with you, the person on your mind. So straight away, as I tap into the energies of your reading, I'm hearing the song by Lana Del Rey, Black Beauty, as I looked into this void of space. So I'll analyze what that means in a bit. Let's just get your cards out. We're going to be using the Starseed Oracle deck, the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So only take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a general reading. So, spirit guides of my pile number 3s. Why did the person on their mind fall in love with them? We have High Wrath with longing for home, homesick for the stars. Why did they fall in love with my pile number 1s? We have karmic relationships with Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Okay, it's starting to make sense, but let's just pull the rest of your cards. At the back of the deck, we have loosen your grip with coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. This card also came up at the back of the deck for pile 2. So if some of you are from pile 2, hello. And if some of you are drawn to pile 2, that may be confirmation. It doesn't have to be. Okay, so why did they fall in love with my pile 3s? We have be strong with you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. I think I see where this reading's going, but let's just see. I want to get all the cards. Okay, this one wants to pop out. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all your tomorrows. This connection feels very dreamy, or you feel very dreamy, and that's something that is attractive to this person. That's just something I'm noting. At the back of the deck, we have Don't Back Down. And as I look at this card, I'm clairvoyantly seeing the Seven of Wands. Stand up for what you believe is right. So I don't know how to explain the sensation I just felt, but I put the Oracle deck down and it felt like my neck bent weirdly, but like it didn't physically bend weirdly, but it felt like that, if that makes sense. And I don't know what that spiritually means, but I'm guessing it means the neck represents the throat chakra, and bending is like changing 222 on the timer. So maybe there was a change in communication here for some of you, and I don't think that's why they fell in love with you, but maybe there was some kind of change here in the way you two communicated. Or I'm hearing like 360 degree, 180 degree, like 180 turn, 360 degree turn, like things change in a way. I don't know what that means, but take it as it resonates. So spirit guides in my pile 3. Why did they fall in love with my pile 3s? We have the Hanged Man. This card didn't want to come out, so maybe this is something this person doesn't want to accept, or you. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just see the cards. We have the Ten of Pentacles. It's like a painful truth. Spirit is showing me a hard pill to swallow with the Hangman. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting synchronicity with all the grapes. We have the Two of Wands. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Ace of Cups wanted to come out. We have the Three of Wands at the back of the deck. So it's 333 on the clock. And King of Pentacles in reverse next to Queen of Pentacles lets me know that this person feels as if you two are so similar, as if you are sort of like the same but different in a way, but like so similar where it's like, whoa, this person is like almost like the same person as me. But since the King of Pentacles is in reverse, and since it's next to the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like one person in this connection is absent for some of you, either emotionally or physically, or something along those lines. Take it as it resonates. Some of you could be in long-distance relationships. There could be some hardships here around that. Some of you could be in separation, a physical and emotional and everything separation may be blocked since I saw Seven of Wands clairvoyantly. Whereas for others of you, like this person is like not in your life anymore, but maybe they only fell in love when they realized what they had lost. Take it as it resonates. I see different scenarios here. I'll mention the other scenario, but for this scenario, I'm seeing that song by The Weeknd. I just want to find it quickly. So I'm seeing the music video of it. Okay, so the song is called Out of Time by The Weeknd, and he basically talks about like he took some time to work on himself for the last few months and talking about like working through certain traumas in his life. And then he says, you know, he's been so cold to the ones that loved him. And it's like this feeling of regret, you know, realizing what he's done wrong. And then he's talking about like how he remembers when he held her and all of those things, but he wants to tell her, you know, he loves her and all those things, but he's out of time now because she's with someone new. So for some of you, you could relate to that energy. Like almost like that feeling of like you realize too late. Like maybe for some of you, this person is gonna come back into your life when it's too late. And I don't like to give messages like that, but maybe that's why I felt that energy of hard pill to swallow. For others of you, the scenario I see here is no separation, but it's like this person is maybe going through things in their own life where it feels like they are emotionally absent, or it feels like there is this block or distance between the two of you, even though you two are physically together. Does that make sense? So that's something I see. Analyzing the song Black Beauty by Lana Del Rey. Let me just look on Google because I haven't heard that song in a while. So she says, I paint my nails black. I dye my hair a darker shade of brown because you like your women Spanish dark, strong and proud. I paint the sky black. You said if you could have your way, you'd make nighttime all day, which is so interesting since we see this nighttime sky. So I'd suit the mood of your soul. Oh, what can I do? Nothing, my sparrow blue. Life is beautiful, but you don't have a clue. Sun and ocean blue, their magnificence, it don't make sense to you. And she talks about, I paint the house black, my wedding dress black, leather too. You have no room for light. Love is lost on you. Okay, basically what I'm getting from the song. Okay, I'm reading on like Genius here, and it says, Black Beauty describes the various dark moods of Lana's lover and the helplessness she feels at being unable to change him. When she tries to conform to his many shades of black, she can't help but feel scared and shattered herself. It was written... Okay, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so what I take from that song is like maybe this man is going through some things in his own life where he's maybe not able to see the beauty in the light, like she says. Like I can relate to this song because I've had a friend like this, and sometimes you feel for that person if they're going through their own emotional things, but it's like sometimes it brings you down in the process because like I can relate to that energy of like I've once had a friend like that where eventually it was bringing my own mood down and me into this dark hole of like sadness and things like that. And I feel for some of you, like this person kind of weighed you down in a sense. And it's not to be mean to this person because, you want to support this person and be there for them, but it's kind of like they can't see the light. They can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They feel very helpless. They feel very much like they're in this dark hole, this dark pit of their emotions. And I feel for some of you, like if you are in a physical separation with this person, maybe the hard pill to swallow is that they need to go through their own winter moment. And as much as we want to be there for that person, and it may sound mean for me to say this, but Spirit is letting me speak through the messages that need to come out. So for some of you, I feel like maybe you're not meant to be there for this person. I know this reading is why they fell in love with you, but I'm just channeling the messages, so bear with me. For some of you, I feel like you're not meant to be in this person's life as they go through this dark hole. Like they're meant to learn their lessons on their own. And you being there supporting them, like when someone goes through something and they're in the rock bottom, but then they rise like the phoenix and they learn something out of it, something valuable. Whereas if someone was in their life helping them through that, they would have never learned that thing, that lesson, So I feel for some of you, it's like your guide's saying it's going to be some of a wait here with the Hangman. It's going to take some patience if you're willing to wait for this person if you're in separation. And going back to the topic at hand, sorry for going off topic, but I find my own way to channel the messages, okay? I feel like this relationship, for those that are in separation, they fell in love with you a little bit too late. They realized what they had lost a little bit too late when you were not there, when they were going through their own void of emotions. Or for some of you, it's still going to happen. For others of you that are not in physical separation, and you're currently with this person supporting them through this journey, they're falling in love with you, or they have fell in love with you because you're there to stay even in difficult moments. And that's not to say we should stay in situations that feel mentally and emotionally draining and hurt us in some way. However, what I'm saying for this pile specifically is this person feels they're not perfect. They're not that version of themselves they want to be yet. However, you're still loving them at their lowest. And that is something that has made this person fall in love with you, because it's like you bring them strength in a way. And you show them that type of unconditional love that even they don't see why they're maybe lovable in certain moments, but you're loving them through those moments. And I feel like in some way, the way you care, the way you're showing them you care, I'm hearing that song, Show Me Love, Show Me You Care by Men I Trust. And it's like, although this person maybe expects you to leave or to give up on them, it's like you've stayed, you've been patient with them, you've been loyal, you've been trustworthy, you give an infinite supply of love, and they feel like they've found home within you. They feel like they've longed for a person like you a lot of their life. And even if this is not an easy relationship, it's showing up as a karmic connection. Even if it's not an easy relationship, this relationship they feel is the one that is bringing them soul growth, is the one that is bringing them to the version of themselves they desire. Because it's like, yes, we can find that beautiful soulmate relationship from this person's perspective. Yes, we can find an easy relationship, but this one is bringing growth to them. it's helping them become that version of themselves they want to be. And I feel like this is the reason why they have fallen in love with you. They feel very lucky to have you. They feel almost like they don't deserve you. That's not me saying that, that's me feeling their energy. Like, almost like I have this person, but do I actually deserve this person? I feel like in some way they're at a very low place right now in their emotional state, in a winter period of their life right now. However, this is going to allow them to create something new because the artist card wanted to come out, and we have here Great Cosmic Womb. And when we think of like the womb space, the mother's womb space, you know, a baby is made in that dark womb space. So something is going to be created or birthed here out of this dark place this person's in, you know, and something is going to happen here where moving forward, it actually helps them grow. So there's a lot of duality here in this reading. So your loyalty, the way you've stuck with this person, cared for this person even when they felt unlovable, how you've been there at their side, been patient with them, allowed them to go through their own rut without expecting them to just be okay, supporting them through that. That is the reason why they fell in love with you, and because they've also longed for a person like you with all your beautiful qualities and traits. They feel really lucky to have you. This is why they fell in love with you. I really hope this reading resonates. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!